Howdy, y'all. I'm here for your daily Bible readings. 2 Kings chapter 4. I know I'm not sitting in a rocker, I'm just sitting in a regular four-legged chair rocking my own body because it hurts. This doesn't make it feel better either, so I'll stop. All right, y'all. It's some good stuff. I hope y'all are enjoying the books of Kings. I'm anxious to get to Chronicles if we get there before the rapture, which I doubt we will. I don't think we'll get to finish Kings, but we're going to try. Now there cried a certain woman of the wives of the sons of the prophets unto Elisha, saying, Thy servant my husband is dead, and thou knowest that thy servant did fear the Lord, and the creditor is come to take unto him my two sons to be bondsmen. That's kind of like how it is here in Kansas. They're serious. Just look at the place next door to me. Goodness gracious, y'all. And Elisha said unto her, What shall I do for thee? Tell me, what hast thou in the house? And she said, Thine handmaid hath not anything in the house save a pot of oil. Then he said, Go, borrow thee vessels abroad of all thy neighbors, even empty vessels. Borrow not a few. And when thou art come in, thou shalt shut the door upon thee and upon thy sons, and shalt pour out into all those vessels, and thou shalt set aside that which is full. So she went from him and shut the door upon her and upon her sons, who brought the vessels to her, and she poured out. And y'all listen, open the ears now. And it came to pass, when the vessels were full, that she said unto her son, Bring me yet another vessel. And he said unto her, There is not a vessel more. And the oil stayed. Then she came and told the man of God, and he said, Go, sell the oil and pay the debt, and live thou with thy children of the rest. And it fell on a day that Elisha passed to Shunem. There was a great woman, and she constrained him to eat bread. And so it was that oft as he passed by, he turned in thither to eat bread. And she said unto her husband, Behold now, I perceive that this is a holy man of God, which passeth by us continually. Let us make a little chamber, I pray thee, on the wall, and let us set for him there a bed, and a table, and a stool, and a candlestick. And it shall be, when he cometh to us, that he shall turn in thither. And it fell on a day that he had come thither, and he turned into the chamber and lay there. And he said to Gehazi his servant, Call this Shunammite. And when he had called her, she stood before him. I guess they probably had cell phones. I don't know. How did he call her? And he said unto him, Say now unto her, Behold, thou hast been careful for us with all this care. What is to be done for thee? Wouldst thou be spoken for to the king, or to the captain of the host? And she answered, I dwell among mine own people. And he said, What then is to be done for her? And Gehazi answered, Verily, she hath no child, and her husband is old. And he said, Call her. And when he had called her, she stood in the door. And he said, About this season, according to the time of life, thou shalt embrace a son. And she said, Nay, my Lord, thou man of God, do not lie unto thine handmaid. And the woman conceived and bare a son at that season that Elisha had said unto her, according to the time of life. And when the child was grown, it fell on a day, and he went out to his father to the reapers. And he said unto his father, My head, my head. And he said to the lad, Carry him to his mother. And when he had taken him and brought him to his mother, he sat on her knees till noon, and then died. And she went up and laid him on the bed of the man of God, and shut the door upon him, and went out. And she called unto her husband, and said, Send me, I pray thee, one of the young men, and one of the young asses, that I may run to the man of God, and come again. And she said, Wherefore wilt thou go to him today? It is neither new moon nor Sabbath. And she said, It shall be well. Then she saddled an ass, and said to her servant, Drive, and go forward. Slack not thy riding for me, except I bid thee. So she went and came unto the man of God to Mount Carmel. And it came to pass, when the man of God saw her afar off, that he said to Gehazi his servant, Behold, yonder is that Shunammite. Run now, I pray thee, to meet her, and say unto her, Is it well with thee? Is it well with thy husband? Is it well with the child? And she answered, It is well. And when she came to the man of God, to the hill, she caught him by the feet. But Gehazi came near to thrust her away, and the man of God said, Let her alone, for her soul is vexed within her, and the Lord hath hid it from me, and hath not told me. Then she said, Did I desire a son of my Lord? Did I not say, Do not deceive me? Then he said to Gehazi, Gird up thy loins, and take my staff in thine hand, and go thy way. If thou meet any man, salute him not. And if any salute thee, answer him not again. And lay my staff upon the face of the child. And the mother of the child said, As the Lord liveth, and as thy soul liveth, I will not leave thee. And he arose and followed her. And Gehazi passed on before them, and laid the staff upon the face of the child. But there was neither voice nor hearing, wherefore he went again to meet him, and told him, saying, The child is not awaked. And when Elisha was come into the house, behold, the child was dead, and lain upon his bed. He went in therefore, and shut the door upon them twain, and prayed unto the Lord. Y'all, I'm telling you, before I even read the rest of the story. There is much, 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 extremely much power in prayer and in faith. Alrighty? Now let's read the rest of the story. Then he returned and walked into the house to and fro, and went up and stretched himself upon him, and the child sneezed 7 times, and the child opened his eyes. And he called Gehazi and said, Call this Shunammite. So he called her, and when she was come in unto him, he said, Take up thy son. Then she went in and fell at his feet, and bowed herself to the ground, and took up her son, and went out. And Elisha came again to Gilgal, and there was a dearth in the land. And the sons of the prophets were sitting before him, and he said unto his servant, Set on the great pot. I could make a redneck comment there, but I won't. And seeth pottage for the sons of the prophets. And one went out into the field to gather herbs, and found a wild vine, and gathered thereof wild gourds his lap full, and came and shared them in the pot of into the pot of pottage, for they knew them not. So they poured out for the men to eat, and it came to pass, as they were eating of the pottage, that they cried out and said, O thou man of God, there is death in the pot. And they could not eat thereof. But he said, Then bring meal. And he cast it into the pot, and he said, Pour out for the people, that they may eat. And there was no harm in the pot. And there came a man from Baal Shalisa, and brought the man of God bread of the first fruits, 20 loaves of barley, and full ears of corn in the husk thereof. I've got an ear of corn still in the husk. I need to eat that for supper. I was wondering what I was going to eat. I forgot about my egg salad too till just now. I can whip up my egg salad and have corn on the cob. So bam! I bet y'all wish you was eating supper with me. And he said, Give unto the people that they may eat. And his servitor said, What? Should I set this before 100 men? He said again, Give the people that they may eat. For thus saith the Lord, They shall eat, and shall leave thereof. So he set it before them. And they did eat and left thereof, according to the word of the Lord. That's that for today's daily Bible reading, my friends. Where's my ribbon? There it is. It is just amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing what can be done, what will be done if you got just a teeny bit of faith. It doesn't take a lot of faith, y'all. Faith the size of a mountain, faith the size of a mustard seed can move a mountain. Matter of fact, that's what my shirt today is. I didn't even think about that, but that's what my shirt is today. Faith can move mountains, Mark 11:32. So bam, y'all. Faith, faith, faith. Faith in the great physician saved me from stage 4 cancer and 2 organs in 2016. I never took one treatment, not a medical treatment. I took some natural herbs, some God-made treatments, and some lemon. I got a bunch of lemons in the fridge. I can eat a couple of lemons for supper too. I'm out of grapefruit, which is a tragedy. The store up here quit getting grapefruit. I don't know what the heck's going on. I ask them every time I go in there, where's my grapefruit? I gotta have grapefruit. And I've got about 5 oranges left. So I can eat oranges and lemons. And what else did I say? Oh, egg salad. Bam! There you go. That's a good supper, y'all. Except I don't have any bread for the egg salad to have an egg salad sandwich. And my back hurts too much to make bread tonight. So I don't know what to do. I don't want to go to the store. Maybe I'll just eat egg salad by the spoonful. That'll be good. And lemons and oranges. I'm done, y'all. I didn't give y'all as much today as I normally give you. I give you daily Bible readings. That's the only thing I promise you. And I gave several shorts. I think 3. I'm not sure. I forgot. I had a busy day and I'm tired. But I think I'm gonna, if I can figure out how to work that big fancy TV in yonder, I'm gonna, if I can find Heartland. I love that show. I love rodeos. I love horses. I love ranches. That's what that show's all about. It's good, wholesome, no cussing. I think I've heard 2 cuss words in the 12 or 13 years that I've watched it. And they were both by Tim. I don't like that guy, but I like all the rest of them a lot. It's a good Canadian series of horse movies. And I like horses. And I'll be happy when I get to heaven with my glorified body to get to ride all the way from heaven down to Jerusalem on a horse. That's going to be awesome. I never rode a horse through the sky before. I rode a bull partly through the sky. He jumped up in the sky and threw me right off. So my bull ride didn't last long. Not long enough to count for anything. I rode wild broncs a lot. I could do a lot better at them than I did that bull. That bull didn't want me on his back, not for a second. I don't know how long I lasted. I forgot. That was so long ago. But I know it wasn't 6 seconds. But I could ride wild broncs pretty good. I can't even ride a horse now with my back so messed up. I started to say I couldn't even get on a horse, but now I probably could get on. I just bouncing up and down like that as you rode, that would kill my back in 3 seconds. But with my new glorified body and no more back problems, I can ride a horse all the way from heaven to Jerusalem. And I'm gonna. Y'all just try and catch up with me. I love horses. I had horses even after I couldn't ride anymore. I had horses just before I moved up here. I got one of my profile pictures at Facebook is me and one of my horses doing a selfie together. And that's not easy. Horses don't want to stand still for a selfie, but I got one. Sure did. Got a selfie with the horse. And she was smiling pretty too. So I didn't have to do a retake, thank God. Oh me, oh my. Maybe I'll come back and do a live video with y'all. Y'all want to do that? It'd be fun to have a conversation with y'all. And since I got two phones now, I can read y'all's comments here and not be looking like that all the time to read your comments. So I think I'll do that. I'll get this one uploaded and eat me a bite or two or three for supper, and then I'll come back and do a live video. All right. I love y'all. What did I do? That was your daily Bible reading. That's what I did. So your daily Bible reading is done. Tomorrow we do chapter 5 of 2 Kings. If we're still here, y'all, we're going to get raptured any day. I might not even get my first lemon peeled. And if I don't, I hope God's got something, a sandwich or something for me when I get up yonder in heaven, because I'm hungry. I haven't ate all day. Yeah, I did. I ate some chili at lunch. I forgot all about that. My tummy's lying to me. My tummy's telling me it hadn't eaten all day, but it did. Oh, my back hurts, my neck hurts, my shoulder hurts. But I got a lot done today. I got to do it all over again. And Joel, the guy that was clearing that lot next door, he tried taking that big tree down that's about to fall on my garage, and he can't do it. And I can't afford to pay somebody to take it, so that's not good. It's so rotten, and it's leaning toward my garage so much that I'm afraid it's going to fall on the garage. And I don't want my truck to be inside that garage when it falls. Because that truck, it's like putting your hand in a glove, put that truck in that garage. It's a tight fit. I even have to fold the side mirrors on the driver and passenger front door. I have to fold them in to get the truck in. That's how tight it is. So if that tree falls on that garage, my truck's going to get crushed. And it's a big tree. You can't see my arms, but it's bigger than that phone. It's big. And it's leaning pretty good like that. And this side of it's got a big hole in it. If this side had a big hole in it, I would really be worried. But the big hole is on this side, so it's got the sides and this part to still hold it up. But that's a lot of weight on just three sides. A lot of weight, because it's a big tree. It's got limbs up over my garage that are that big around and 20 or 30 feet long. It would more than cover the top of my garage if it fell. And it's not on my property. And the city doesn't want to pay to get it cut down properly. the city owns that lot now. Well, I don't know who. I guess the city owns it because it's a city that's paying Joel to clear it. The city had a lien on it, the county had a lien on it, and the hospital district had a lien on it. And maybe more. That's all I know about. But I know they're not going to get as much as what's owed on it. I know that. And I don't know how much Joel charged for all that work he did tearing that house down and hauling it off. And then he hauled in 4 of the big, long dump trucks full of dirt, topsoil, and put out there, and then spread it and evened it all out with this tractor. All his tractors are gone now. I guess he's finished. I like that guy. He's a good Christian man. I talked to him the first day he was there. He's not a Christian in name only. He's a real Christian. I like men like that. And he's a young guy, too. Probably in his 40s. Well, he said he's been married 26 years. So he's probably in his late 40s. Well, I don't know how old he was when he got married. Might have been 12 years old. I don't know. But he's a good guy. Been married to the same woman. I was married to 4 women. I was married to 4 females. I can't say they were women. I'll stop my rambling and eat my lemons, and I'll come back and do a live video with y'all. And we can go on for hours if y'all want to talk. So a few of y'all that I got phone numbers for, I'll send y'all a text and let you know I'm going to do a live video. And any of y'all other ones, you're just going to have to pay attention. I've been wanting to do that just to chat with y'all. And it'd be fun if we could have like a 50-way phone conversation. I don't know how that works. Stephanie, one of my YouTube friends here, had a 3-way phone call with me and her and AT&T 2 or 3 times when I was having problems. That's the only 3-way call I've ever been on that I can recall. I might have been on some when I was working. I don't remember. That was so long ago. I've been, let's see, I retired in 2000. So I've been retired. I was thinking I've been retired as long as I worked, but I haven't. I worked longer than 25 years. Not a lot longer. It was 1976 when I went to work for with my career job. I had a couple of jobs as a teenager, and I worked the whole time I was going to college. I worked full time and went to college part-time, because back then they didn't have student loans, thank God. I don't like student loans. I paid as I went, and I paid every penny myself. I wasn't smart enough to get a scholarship. I just goofed off in high school so much I didn't get one. I barely got out of high school. And then I got in college and got serious about it, and I made good grades in college, a whole lot better than I did in high school, because I studied hard. I took it serious. And that's what I'm doing with the Bible now. I read it seriously and I understand it pretty good because the Holy Spirit's my tutor. I'm going to let y'all go. I'm going to eat and I'll come back and do a live with y'all. God bless you, friends. I love y'all. And I don't say I love you flippantly. I mean it when I say it. I appreciate y'all. And it's not, hadn't got anything to do with money because my channel is not monetized. It's real love. Y'all are wonderful people and I'm greatly, greatly blessed to have y'all. Y'all are like my family. And we're going to have a online family reunion after a while. And a live video because that's the only way I know how to do it. So, and I don't know how to do that good. I've only done a couple and they were short. But I'll figure it out. Maybe. See y'all after a while, friends. Unless the rapture happens. The rapture could happen before I get my first lemon peeled. You know that? And I'm hungry for a lemon and they might not have any in heaven, so I better stop yapping and get a date before the rapture happens. God bless you, friends.